So hey, hi guys. In this video, what we are going to see is like how we can create a Salesforce record using a Salesforce object record using a generative AI. So I've created one LWC component named create record with Gen AI, and I have exposed that component to my utility bar. Okay, and after that I have placed my LWC component in this utility bar. So here is the component rendered. In this component, I have uh, added one LWC lightning input and lightning button. Okay. So whenever I've written some of the prompt like I want to and hitting on the generate, the ACC is considered as an account now. So it will find the nearest matching key and it will return its object API name. So by the way, if I entered ACC, it will pull out the necessary fields from the account object and it will be shown in the lightning record form. So as the way, let me return con. See, it's actually pulling the contact fields in this lightning form. Okay, so let's see what it is the behind happening. So I'll first show you the Apex class and next as LWC. Okay. So in this Apex class, create record with Gen AI, we are using three methods over here. One is API metadata, and the second one is AI model, and the third one is get field set fields. Okay. So this is the main method, which is get API metadata. So if you see in this method, I'm just getting a string as prompt. Okay. It's a data type string. So, and I've just created two maps. One is for returning this, and this is for constructing the JSON. Okay. So, as this block is, says like I've just created one metadata. Okay. In this metadata, I just created one custom field called API name. I'll quickly show you in the Salesforce org. I'm opening the setup. Data. So this is the metadata object API mapper underscore underscore MDT. So in this I've just created one custom field called API name. So here I've just created four records. Okay, account, contact, lead, opportunity. The left side is all considered as a label, and the relevant labels API name is right side. I've just added the value in this field. Okay, object API mapper. I mean API name, that custom field. So at last, I'm just retrieving every four records from this metadata. I'm just iterating inside this for loop and assigning this assigning into this map as key value. So I'm just adding the map of its master label and the relevant API name has been mapped as a value of the to this map. Okay. So at last, our map will be look like. So I'm just forming like this JSON. Okay, so it will be easily used to identify. I mean, we can be passed as a prompt to this generative AI and it can be easily return the key. Okay, so this is the prompt which I'm constructing, and this is the prompt I'm just passing to this AI model. Okay, so if you see here, based on the user input, the prompt which I entered, like see, I want to create a con record. So this prompt will be I mean, added to this final prompt and identify the object name the user intends to create. So at the moment I have entered con or L, which starts L or ACC, it will identify the object and the user intent to create and then find the closest matching key in the provided API map JSON. So as I said, I'm just constructed one JSON like this structure, so that I'm serializing and passing into this prompt and return only the value of the matched key. If say for example, if I entered ACC, it will find the nearest matching, which will be the key is this. This will be matched, and this value will be written from the generative thing AI, and it will uh, return only the value of the matched key. So if it is matched this account, it will return the API name of that account, right? And I'm just added for safer side without any additional text or formatting. Why I'm adding this is like while returning from the AI, it can add like special characters or even single or double quotes. So that's why I'm just mentioning without any additional text or formatting, just return the API key, okay, which is matched key of the value, right? So at last, I'm just passing this final prompt to my AI model method. So this model accepts the one parameter, which is final prompt, and I'm just making use of models API. Okay, so models API, I'm just using the SFDC AI default OpenAI ChatGPT 4. Okay, so this method, like it's actually making a request to this method from the Salesforce. Okay, so you can refer this article of the generative AI thing. So the same code I've just pasted here. Okay, this is nothing but like making one call out to the AI model. So at last, we are setting our prompt request body dot prompt as the final prompt which we have constructed, and based on this, it will be make a call out to this AI model, and it will return the final response. Okay, the final response I'm just returning and embedded in the try catch. Okay, so this response will be returned as something. If we entered ACC, it will return this AC account. Okay, so at last, the final result will be account. Now we have got the API name of the object which we are trying to create, right? So in order to get the required fields of this particular object, we are I have created one more method called get field set fields. Okay, you can ignore the method, you can change anything. For my case, I just written like this. Okay, this method is returning as a list of strings. So, and also this method is taking the object API name and the field set name. And here I'm just using the schema.global describe method. Okay, so the global describe method is nothing but when we pass any object API name, it will contain the entire information of the object. So the describe method is to simply say that describe method will contain the A to Z information of that object which we are passing. So by that way, we are passing the object API name. If it is an account, it will be passed as a account to this thing, and it will contain the entire detail of the account object, right? So by getting that entire details, we are just one step forward. We are getting the field sets. As I said, it will contain the entire informations like how many fields are there in that particular object, like what is the data type, and how many characters it get uh, contain, like every information it will have. So by the way, the field sets information also available in this described method. Okay, so the field set I'll show you quickly. So in that account object, I've just created some of the field set. Field sets is nothing but like group of fields. Okay, so every field sets I'm just added one prefix gen AI underscore account. Okay, so if you see in this field set, I've just added my account name, active type, industry. So these are the field sets I've just created for the account object, and I'll show you for the contact as well. Here also the field set starts with gen AI underscore contact. Okay, so As I said, this method is taking two parallel result, which is nothing but a account. So at last it will be passed as gen AI underscore. So this will be constructed and this passed into this method. Okay. So in, if you see in this, we have reached it till field search, right? So in this field search, we are getting the fields which is stored. I mean, get fields. By making use of get fields method, we are getting the relevant fields which we are mm, grouped over here. Okay. At last, we are iterating inside one for loop, and we are storing that entire fields into one list. Okay, and this list will be a return type. I mean, list of string we are constructing and returning. So finally, as I said, we are created one more map to output. So at last we are constructing our own output like in this format, like object API name as the final result is account, and the second value will be fields. So fields we are passing as list, like account name, type C, comma. So this is an example. Like this way, we are at end. We are returning to our JavaScript. Okay, which LWC. So I think I have explained the Apex class. Let's go for LWC. So first I'll show you the HTML. So as I said, like I've just added one header image for Einstein thing, which you are seeing here, this Einstein header image. And after that, I've just added one lightning input and lightning button. Okay, this button is by default is disabled. Whenever on key up, like whenever I enter something, at the time only it's getting enabled. Rest the time it will be disabled. So for that, I've just used this property, and on click of the generate record, what I'm doing here is I'm just invoking this method, which I've said this is the main method from here, and our entered prompt will be tracked, and it will be passed as a prompt to this. So at last will the result will be coming here. This result is nothing but the constructed JSON which we are returning from the output. So this is the this is the way it will be get here. Okay, so the object API name we are storing into a different property here. This is dot object name, and the relevant fields we are storing into this property, right? So finally we got the object API name and fields. So once this is successed, and I'm just making use of lightning record form. See, lightning record form. Lightning record form. I'm just passing the API name and the fields which we are get from that output. So I'm just returning to this, and it will be shown like using this form. So let me show you when I'll create one account record. So account record, account record. First name is Martin J. And click off the save. See, the account got created. If I go to the account I mean contact object, see the Martin record has been created with the details which we have provided in that lightning form. Martin there and the email things. So this is of the generative AI is working behind. So you can refer to this article access model API with REST. You can explore. There are lots of things for the REST LWC flow examples. So for my case, I've just used this generator AI thing. I'll give you this link in the comment section. You can explore, and if you have any queries, just please add it in the comment section.